Good morning. Happy Father's Day. The kids are finally taking a little nap. We're up early in the morning and we got laundry going and washed all the windows on the outside of the house and watered all the new grass seed for the patches and the flowers, and just wanted to take a minute and acknowledge Father's Day with my social media friends. You know, today is one of those days that are ripe with triggering possibilities that you might not even be aware of. There is an unconscious thing that runs in us, and we're not even aware of it unless we're paying attention. So I invite you today to, little chipmunk, to pay attention. Is Father's Day a day that you're busy? Is today the day that you just sort of feel a little melancholy? Is today the day that you overdrink, overeat, overstimulate, distract yourself from feeling? It's an unconscious thing. I remember for so many years when my grandmother was still alive, I would call her every August 9th and seriously have no idea what the day was. I had little kids. I didn't even pay attention to, or wasn't even conscious of what the day was. And every year I would call my grandmother on August 9th, the day that my dad died. So interesting. And she would say, "Are you okay, honey? Are you okay, dearie? Are you okay, lovey?" So pay attention. Some people are grieving because their father is no longer with them. Some people are grieving because they never had a dad. Some people are grieving, the day, Father's Day, can just evoke stuff. Those people who, like myself, who have an incestuous history, where there's a mixed bag of feelings, some just really painful and some positive. That's a really weird place to be. And I just want to acknowledge my people out there. And I would invite you to do the things that make you aware of your inner reality today. So what I mean by that is sit quietly somewhere and breathe a little slower and a little deeper than you normally do. And just do a body scan and see what's going on in your body. Emotion can hang out, and it is unfortunately more common than not that older women have higher autoimmune issues, digestive issues, constipation or diarrhea from stress, from just holding stress. This mind-body connection is getting so much attention right now in the scientific community. I'm so glad because it offers us something besides prescriptions that have a whole nother, cause and effect. We can be our own self-healers. And the way that we do that is to become aware. So being able to sit down and get quiet and do a scan and See what's living in your body. Like, how is your stomach? How is your lungs? How are your shoulders? How are your lower back? How are you doing, right? And if you feel a painful bubble, trying to come up, a little bubble of pain, right? I invite you to do the opposite of this. I invite you to say, hey, boy, I really feel that tightness in my chest. I really feel some grief without judging it, right? Without judging it. Being able to just not, oh, I shouldn't feel this way, or I thought I dealt with that, so I'm never going to get better, or, just let it be. Let it come up. Where do you feel it? What does it feel like? Cry if you need to. Let it come up. And then see it like a red balloon, or a little leaf on a stream being washed away. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for being willing to come up so I can release you and you're not living in my body, causing yucky stuff in my body. There's a reason why we have a bowel movement. It's taken out the trash. It's the same thing when you allow yourself to feel whatever is in there. Let it come up and out. It's taking out the trash. Thank you for letting me know that you're in here so I can release you and let that out of my body. If you had a great relationship with your dad, and there's wonderful memories, and he isn't here anymore, I hope you do a little dance. I hope you celebrate him. I believe he's right there with you. Dad, remember when we did this? Remember that? Oh my gosh. And allow yourself to just feel that joy, right? Feel that joy. Connect with that. That's also like letting the joy breathe, letting it out, letting it grow, letting it bloom. Yay, I had a great dad. Yay. In the world of distraction, it prevents us, right? It just prevents us from being fully, truly alive. And that has mental, spiritual, and physical consequences. It's a tricky day. It's a tricky day. What is it that you most need to hear today? What is it that you need today? That is a great question to ask when you're sitting quietly and breathing. What sounds just yummy to me today? Is it sitting in the woods listening to the birds? Is it connecting with a father figure or your father? Is it doing some sort of walk in nature? What is it that you most need today? Again, no judgment. No judgment. No judgment. Everybody has stuff. And what makes life groovy or really, really challenging is how we respond to those things that we have in our life. When you can do your own work, when you can check in, when you can reveal it, feel it, heal it as it comes. You don't need to dig. You don't need to be a grave digger. It will come as it comes. Just check in, reveal it, feel it, heal it. And then you're you're in this cool place, there's this thing called coherence. And what we're learning about that mind-body connection is that they can like hook up a bunch of stuff to my brain waves and my heartbeat. And if I'm connected, like if I'm calm, like I'm good, I've let stuff go, I'm breathing, I'm in a good space, that affects my dogs in another room. I can think about my dog. I can be stressed out, hook me up to all this stuff, put my dog in the other room, he's hooked up too. I can calm us both down by thinking about him, calming down, and it affects my brain and my heart connection and his too. Also other people. So when you walk into a room and there's some people that just feel like they're energy sucking, there's other people you're just drawn to. They're coherent, they're calm, that beautiful energy when somebody's in that space, we're just drawn to them. We feel safe near them. We just want to go to wherever they're at, right? That's where healing somebody, it's another state, another country, by thinking about them, sending energy their way. This sphere around us, this energy that we have around us, how we're feeling creates this energy, and it can heal us, it can heal others. They're doing global coherence work right now where they're like hooking people up in different countries. Like the data is so interesting. I don't know if you follow Greg Braden. I don't know if you follow the HeartMath Institute. I don't know if you follow Dr. Joe Dispenza, or it just the science. I love the science. So I love the woo-woo. Like, oh, that sounds so groovy. And, I remember reading scriptures and thinking, and they would talk about this cool community and all that. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. And, think this and do that and behave this way. Or, Benjamin Franklin or George Washington, like how to live, and so cool. All this stuff. Stephen Covey, how to win friends and influence people, blah, blah, blah. All great. Dr. Larry Dossey, Words That Heal. I love the science. I love when they say, look, we did this and we gave a sugar pill and this is what happened. And when we did this, and this is the mind-body connection, and this is the experiment that we did at Mayo Clinic and this clinic, and we've done it like 1,000 times and the result's the same. Like, this really does work. I love that. I love that. And the work with the mind-body connection is so cool. So we drink enough water and we eat the right amount of calories for what our particular body needs and our particular energy expenditure. And we spend time in nature, listening to the birds. We check in with ourselves. How am I doing? How am I doing? What do I need today? We are parenting ourselves. We are healing ourselves. Not everybody can take antidepressant, anti-anxiety medication. Not everybody can drink a glass of wine at night or smoke a joint or whatever. Being able to put your spiritual, mental, physical well-being into my own control. I used to think that the answer was out there, like somebody else, like I didn't trust myself. Of course I didn't trust myself. When I was a little kid, I couldn't trust, the people around me, and the people around me were saying how I was seeing the world wasn't true, I'm thinking, this shit should not be happening. And they're like, of course it should. It's fine. Right? So it took a long time for me to learn to trust myself. But it can be done. You can learn to trust yourself, and you can learn to put your own healing on you. Study, read, learn, and then experiment. Try it. How do you feel? So back to Father's Day. It's Father's Day. I'm feeling a little melancholy. I feel like there's emotion like right here. And I'll check in. I've got my little heart math device. And I'll put this on my ear, put this to my shirt, and I'll look at my phone and I'll follow the mandala, my breathing. Do my breathing. I'll get my heartbeat, my brain, my breathing, get it in sync. Hold it there. Hold it there for 15 minutes and check in. What do I need? What do I need to hear? How do I need this day to be? And then give myself the gift of that. It's a beautiful thing. And the message I want to leave you with is, I have been doing this work since the early 80s. And it really does work. I don't have a little bit of time under my belt. I have decades under my belt. I've done the experiential therapy. I've done group therapy and individual therapy and body. And I've done it all. I've done it all except for plant-based medicine. That was not an option for me. And good thing I didn't need it to be an option for me. There's like other things. It works. It works. Your body keeps score. Another great book. Untethered Soul, great book. Do the Work, great book. You can learn. People don't lead with this. The pharmaceutical company doesn't lead with, hey, good portion of your overall well-being is in your own head. What you eat, what you listen to, how much sleep you get. Like, they're not pushing that, right? Because they're not making any money. As soon as they can figure out a way to make money, they will. But they don't. But the research is there. The research is solid. And there are people like me who have decades of lived experience with significant trauma that says, hey, this shit works, man. It works. It's good stuff. And it's simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. So, from my heart to yours, my little puppies here. He's so cute. Happy Father's Day. Pay attention. See what comes up for you. It's okay. It's okay. One moment at a time. 1 hour at a time. One part of a day at a time. One day at a time. Just keep stringing that self-care. Like pearls, like a pearl necklace. Just string those pearls of self-care, self-healing. You will be amazed at how beautiful life can be.